Hello and welcome. I am Dr.P. Kamaladevi, Associate Professor, Department of Botany, Swami College. In this video, we are going to discuss about multiple alleles and ABO blood groups. Before going into the topic, we must know some genetical terms that is very useful to understand multiple alleles. Let us see one by one. Gene. Gene is a small segment of DNA that controls a single trait or a character. It is a basic hereditary unit of all life. Alleles are allelomorphs. There are two or more alternative forms of the gene is called as alleles. Wild alleles versus mutant alleles. Wild allele is a natural form. They are predominantly present in the nature, whereas mutant alleles are derived from wild alleles. Here in this picture, brown tiger is a wild one, whereas white tiger is a mutant one. Wild alleles are always dominant over mutant alleles. Locus. The specific physical location of a gene on a chromosome is called as locus. Homozygous chromosome. Two identical chromosomes having same alleles, example capital B or small b. Heterozygous. Two chromosomes having different alleles, capital B, small b. Dominant gene, catalor. This gene is expressed phenotypically in homozygous or heterozygous state. Catalor or catalor smaller. Recessive gene. Smaller. This gene is expressed only in homozygous state. It is smaller and its expression is masked by dominant gene. In human beings, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. Out of 23 pairs, 22 pairs are autosomes or somatic chromosome. One pair is a sex chromosome. The autosomes always control vegetative characters, whereas sex chromosome controls sexual characters. This is the electron micrograph of the sex chromosomes. Phenotype. The physical appearance of an individual is called as phenotype. Genotype. The genetic makeup of an individual is called as genotype. Let us enter into a topic, multiple alleles. What are multiple alleles? Yes, usually a single gene has only two alleles, but here there are more than 3 or 4 alleles present in a single gene. According to Altenberg, a set of 3 or more than 3 alleles located on a chromosome. This picture shows a single gene has 4 alleles present in a single locus. This concept is called as a multiple allelism. Examples are ABO blood groups in man, RH factor in man, wings of Drosophila, self-sterility in tobacco. Characters of multiple alleles. Multiple alleles always occupy a single locus on a homologous chromosome. These alleles are tightly packed, so it cannot be separated by crossing over. So there is no crossing over between these multiple alleles. Multiple alleles always control a single character. Wild alleles are always dominant than the mutant one. When two mutant alleles are crossed, it will produce only a mutant, not a wild form. Now we are going to talk about ABO blood groups in man in connection with multiple alleles. ABO blood group system is the most important blood type. This was first discovered by Karl Landsteiner in 1901. He received Nobel Prize for this discovery. He concluded that human blood group is controlled by genes. What is blood made up of? The first one is red blood cells, RBC or erythrocytes. It contains hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is nothing but proteins that helps in transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide, remove the carbon dioxide from the tissues. Next is white blood cells, WBC. It fight against the invading pathogens. Platelets. Platelets are disc-shaped cells, helps in blood clotting. Plasma. Plasma is a fluid that carries the blood components throughout the body and contains a lot of nutrients. Antigen antibody. Antigen is a protein that triggers the production of antibody. Antibody, again a protein that is produced in response to antigen. Antigens are always located on the surface of RBC and the antibodies are in the blood plasma. The differences in the human bloods are due to the presence or absence of antigen and antibodies. There are 33 types of human blood groups have been discovered so far. Out of this, ABO and rhesus blood group, that is RH blood group systems are most important one. Each person's blood is different due to the presence of antigens on the surface of erythrocytes. AB blood group system has four different blood groups, namely A, B, AB and O blood groups. Genetics of ABO blood groups. The gene responsible for ABO blood group is capital I. This gene is located on the chromosome 9. It is an autosome. It has four different alleles: IA, IB, IAB and small I. Capital IA produces antigen A, that is A blood group. Whereas in B blood group, IB produces antigen B. IA and IB are co-dominant and produces both the antigen in AB blood group. Small I produces no antigen in O blood group. A and B blood groups are dominant over O blood group. The dominant hierarchy is IA is co-dominant to IB and both are dominant to small I. Inheritance of ABO blood groups. It follows Mendelian inheritance. This table shows the inheritance of characters from mother and father to the young ones. Suppose IA from mother, capital IA from father, it is a homozygous one, it produces A blood group. Capital IA from mother and small I from father, it is a heterozygous one, again it produces A blood group in child. Capital IB from mother and capital IB from father, it is a homozygous one, it produces B blood group. Capital IB from mother, small I from father, it is a heterozygous one, it again produces B blood group. Capital IA from mother, capital IB from father, both are co-dominant, both are equally expressed, so the blood group is AB blood group. When both the alleles are in the recessive one, it will produce O blood group in the child. This slide shows antigen and antibody relations in ABO blood group system. A blood group has A antigen and antibody is B. In B, B is an antigen, A is an antibody. AB blood group has AB antigen, there is no antibodies. In O blood group, there is no antigen and it has both antibodies. What are the uses of blood grouping? Number one is transfusion of blood. The process of transfer of blood from donor to recipient due to heavy loss of blood during injuries or surgery is known as blood transfusion. Blood typing is very critical for blood transfusion. Safe blood transfusion must be done between right blood, right patient and at right time. If not, coagulation between the mismatched blood cells leads to fatal. So, who can give you blood? Type O is called as universal donor. They can donate blood to any type of blood because there is no antigen present in the RBC. Whereas type AB is called as universal recipient, can receive blood from any blood type because there is no antibody in their blood. Next use is blood grouping can be applied for parentage testing, inheritance issues, immigrations of relatives, baby mix-ups, kidnapping and murder cases. Thank you so much for watching this video.